I'm back. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're hitting a back day. I got a haircut. I'm bald. I'm chopped. I'm sub 5. I know. I'm working on it. I'm starting at the base level, and then I'm gonna ascend all the way to Chad. All right, but anyways, today's a back day. I don't know if I'm gonna do like pull-ups or I know I'm gonna do a bunch of accessories, but I'm just figuring out what I'm gonna do in the beginning, my compound and everything. So all my workouts are like basically 2 sets, 8 to 12 reps, failure. I do like a warm-up circuit with like 3 sets each, which is like 5 to 10 minutes. And then sometimes I do cardio, but we'll see if I'm up to it. But anyways, thank you guys for being supportive on the channel. We are currently at 499 subscribers. I thank all of you guys for supporting me. I'm 1 subscriber away from just being like, my goal was 500 subscribers this year, and in turn maybe at the end of the year 1,000. That'd be really sick. But look forward to the content. I got the new iPhone 17. That's what I'm currently shooting on right now. It actually looks pretty clean, I'm not gonna lie. Good investment for sure. If you want to make content or just use your phone, I would recommend getting an iPhone 17. Free advertisement, you know, this isn't a paid commercial or advertisement, even though maybe I should be getting some compensation for that, even though I only get like 5 views on my videos. But anyways, we're gonna be filming on my my camera, Sony ZV-E10, for my footage. If you guys are wanted to know what I film on, so I'm gonna be filming on my phone and on my camera. And I haven't got a lens or anything yet. I'm looking at a Tamron. I think it's a 30 to 200 for like filming all kinds of different things I want to do. But I'm not gonna make that video about this. Today's about today's back workout, which I am gonna get right into. Thank you guys. Stay tuned. Yo, I'm back. If none of you guys know, my phone broke, so that's pretty much why I haven't posted in like 4 weeks. And I'm getting back into being consistent and posting on here. So I'll be filming on my camera, then editing on my phone is usually how I do it. But anyways, today's a back day. I'm just getting back into it. I'm still currently sick, even while making this video. I am still congested and everything, so I'm kind of taking my workouts light just so I can recover. So I started off with this machine. It's pretty much a pull-up, but it's a machine, right? It's a pull-up variation, machine-based. It's easier to do, it's safer. I usually do this with 4 fingers, so I'm not really gripping the machine. I'm using all my back, and I usually do kind of a mid-back type of bar path. So I'm usually targeting my mid-back or my lats most of the time when I do this exercise as a warm-up. And I'll alternate in between reps and even sets. I'll either do one or the other. I don't really have a preference, but it just depends if I'm hitting mid-back first or if I'm hitting lats, depending on the day. So I do single arm because it's more isolation, and it makes it a bit harder, so I don't have to go as heavy as well. So that's another way you can progressively overload without using too much weight, is doing a single arm variation, because you can use the entire stack. And you're only going to run out of the stack if you're really ego lifting, because what you really should be doing is making the weight feel heavier than it is. That's like the whole thing to working out. Everyone, when they start working out, or they want to just like push the weight, they just want to like almost like feeding their ego. They want to just show that they can do a certain amount of weight. That's not what the point is, right? I mean, unless you're going to be a power lifter. But even then, they don't really train that way. You know, they're training specifically a rep range, and on a given day, if they feel strong, you know, they're doing a certain weight. They're not always trying to do the most weight they can, right? And that's how you should kind of think about your workouts, right? Even when you start in the beginning of your workout, it's supposed to be a gradual thing. You know, you're warming up into your top set, whatever exercise that you're gonna go, your highest intensity, what you want to focus on. That's where you want your most of your energy to go to. So moving on from that, This is a lat exercise that I preferably like this as a free weight. I guess you could do this as a cable, but this feels more natural to me. A lot of people may think that this is not a safe exercise, but I'm going to disagree. And I'm going to say that a lot of exercises that people say are going to hurt you is because they don't have the muscle, they don't have the flexibility to do the exercise. That's why it's so, you know what I mean? Like all these people that get injured on squats or bench and all this, it's because a lot of the weak points they built up over time, or just lifting way too heavy and not having good form and being older and all kinds of different stuff. But the point is, you don't have to go super heavy. You just have to make it feel heavy as you can and do partial reps in between. The longer you keep the tension, the faster your muscle will give out. And that's what you're pretty much going for when you want to build the muscle, when you want to just progress. That's how you're going to progress, is keeping it under tension long enough so you can get to failure faster and safer and get the most out of the workout with doing the least amount of reps and doing the least amount of exercises. So basically, you're trying to shorten your workouts, but working harder and smarter at the same time, which is going to make you grow over time faster, believe it or not. My take is 2 sets, 1 set failure, or 1 set 8 to 10 controlled. That's kind of how I kind of do it, or it's 2 sets failure on an exercise. I just find it pointless to really do an excessive amount of exercises. Just do a couple, like 3 to 4 exercises and go high intensity, 6 to 10 reps, failure. That's all you have to do. And this really only takes 45 minutes. And it's really just like giving your effort for like, it's probably like, because you rest in between sets. That's another 2 minutes, I'd say, a minute or 2. So you're really only putting in effort at the end of your rep range, right? Once you hit 6 reps, that's when you're actually putting in effort, because everything before that is pretty much easy, right? So the amount of reps you're actually going hard on is probably, I don't want to give out a number. I'd say less than 20 to 30 reps in your entire workout, where you're actually trying to push yourself. That's the only time you're uncomfortable, is when you're about to hit failure. And then when you go a little beyond failure is where you get that extra 5-10% that gives you an edge, right? Makes you actually look like you work out. If you go to mild discomfort, you're not going to grow in any way, shape, or form, especially as a natural lifter. So train smart in that way, but train hard. Don't ever forget to train hard. Doesn't matter which exercise you choose. Doesn't matter how your routine is set up. As long as you have warm-ups, you have a warm-up set circuit going on, you stretch, you gradually increase the weight, you see how you feel on that day, and then you work up to your top sets and go hard, as hard as you can. It's basically what you have to do. It's very simple. It's not like this whole blueprint or a whole PowerPoint. It's warm up, figure out what exercise you're going to do, keep the rep range 6 to 10, have a set of failure on each exercise, at least 2 to 3 exercises where you're going to failure, and do cardio 15 to 20 minutes at least after your workout, at least every day or every other day. And you'll get leaner, you'll build muscle, it'll help your endurance, and over time you'll progressively overload, and you can start to increase the weight but keep your form. And just remember why you started, and remember what you're doing it for. Keep a goal in mind. You have to have a goal in mind, right? Don't aimlessly just work out and wander. Really think about what you want, visualize it, grasp it, take hold of it, and ascend. Okay, just got back from my workout. It was a great workout. I was kind of sick for a couple days. I caught a cold because I was over exercising and then like in the cold or something, and I caught like a sore throat, and then I went surfing the next day, and then I was down for like 2 days. So that was my first workout back and my first recorded session, and it was a great workout. I'm kind of out of breath right now because my car is like, I don't have any air flowing. I'm kind of saunaing in here, but anyways, I don't know, the first workout you come back after taking like a week break, it's always the best. I feel like you're stronger every time you take like a 4 to 6 day, at least 4 to 6 days off. You kind of, I think your mental resets, and then your body kind of recovers fully, because you don't really fully recover if you're not taking like 2 to 3 rest days, especially if you train pretty hard and if you do a lot of other activities and if you're not eating and sleeping and drinking enough water. So with that in mind, when you train, just train smart. You can't always train every day when you're neglecting the other variables that are gonna stop you from progressing and contribute to you getting injured or burning out. So with that in mind, keep training hard, do your cardio. Sleep, most important, more than training, that I've been neglecting for the past year or two. Finally been sleeping before 10 o'clock. Like somewhere around 8:30 to 10 o'clock is kind of where I'm sleeping now. And I feel a lot better overall. And we're making some great progress. And stay tuned for the journey. Thank you guys for supporting my content. And peace out.